Kicking off at Redline Rig. I mean, it makes sense. We've seen a lot of teams going Redline Rig at the moment in their W key games, but this is actually Peterbot and Poyo's main drop spot. And they have it uncontested. No one wants a mythic AR, one of the best ARs we've ever seen, or the medallion. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. That's going to really hurt them getting this many kills, but 55 kills clearly doesn't hurt them too much. They're making sure they are uncontested. But what probably going to be a very, very slow start to a 55 kill game. Interesting. I guess because they're unconned, it looks like they've split it up. I don't think they'd do this if they were contested, obviously, but we've got Poyo looting like the main side of Redline Rig and then Peterbot going outside of it. There's a bit of a loot pile over here near this little like kind of oasis tree area, which makes sense. But one of the biggest issues with Redline Rig or any of the new POIs is the amount of loot they have. They just don't have that much loot for whatever reason. And Peterbot is now solo pushing a duo. Okay, so new season. Same Peterbot. We're just as confident as we normally are. Okay, we are slowing down a little bit. This assault rifle, though, is so good. I mean, I would honestly take a 1v2 against most opponents if in an opens lobby with this gun. Peterbot using the nitro again. This tournament was during the fist being vaulted. So, nitro, the only mobility, so expect to see a lot of nitro running through walls. Not from Peterbot so far, though. Peterbot's actually playing this quite slow. Now, you'll notice there, he dropped the medallion. A lot of people don't seem to know this. If you have the Redline Rig shield medallion and you drop it and pick it up, it instantly starts healing you rather than having that delay. It's actually so strong that you can out-heal Storm Surge with it. So if you're getting hit by Storm Surge, you can just keep dropping the medallion after every tick and you will out-heal the whole thing. Super broken. I didn't know that until I was watching Peterbot. And Peterbot Poyo get a clean wipe off spawn. Very nice. Good start for them. They've now got a decent amount of loot. As a big Star Wars fan, I'm super excited to tell you about Star Wars Hunters, a free-to-play 4v4 third-person combat game, and it looks sick. Just look at all the different characters you can choose to play as, anything from Wookiees and bounty hunters to Imperial Stormtroopers, each with their own unique abilities and weapons to fit your playstyle. Take Sentinel, for example, an Imperial heavy gunner who can deploy a combat shield or use his suppressing shot to knock down his opponents. Whether you want to be a tank, a support character, or of course my favorite, the damage dealers, there will be a character that fits your playstyle. These battles, of course, take place in locations based on Star Wars. You can be fighting in an Ewok village or even aboard a giant spaceship. You are going to have to mix up your playstyle and strategies if you want to win, as there are multiple different game modes to choose from with even more coming soon, with each offering a unique and fun experience. Join Season 1 and become a top dominator in the arena. Download the game using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. But yeah, like I said, fists are still vaulted. We are going into FNCS today, and the fists haven't come back. This is basically the meta we are going to see in FNCS, and Peterbot and Poyo are dropping a 55 kill game in a duo cash cup. This isn't a skin cup. This is a duo cash cup. They have nerfed the nitro ever so slightly, though. I say nerf, it's not really a nerf. Now when you use the nitro, the bash radius on it, the amount of damage it does to structures, how far that extends has been reduced a little bit, but it's really not doing that much. So yeah, be ready. Be ready to get nitroed. Which it looks like these teams were not ready to get nitroed. Nice, okay. Team hiding inside Brutal Beachhead. This is the interesting thing about this season. So many of the good mythic POIs are so close together. Oh, looks like this guy knows about the nitro. He gets out of the box as well. Wow, an actual decent first team. It looks at Peterbot Poyo. But yeah, the interesting part about this season's map is all of the really good POIs of all the good loot are so close together. So you can just have this run where you just go through. You start at one, you instantly push the other, and you can push all three and just lock down all of the loot. Now, it looks like they aren't carrying the... Wow, no mythic combat. So we're going to run a green pump and a green gatekeeper over the mythic combat. There we go. As I say that, Poyo goes back for it. I mean, we've seen a lot of pros preferring the gatekeeper or the pump as well over the combat, but I was going to say green over mythic's a little bit crazy. Poyo gets a nice split angle off to the side, and this team's on the run, and there's nowhere to run right now. Both teams have nitro, so they're going to chase him down. Don't think Polar's going to make it very long, but hey, good use of the nitro here. He doesn't carry any. He's trying to put up a fight, but 1v2 with a DMR. Peterbot and Poyo making 7 kills. Now, we've taken Brutal Beachhead. We've taken Redline Rig. It looks like we are heading towards Nitrodrome. I can't see if either of these teams have the medallion. I'm not sure whether they do. Maybe that's why they're pushing in. I don't actually know. Doesn't look like it. I don't think so. We're just pushing in for extra kills, I guess. We get to see what it's like to fight Peterbot and Poyo from from the enemy POV. Peterbot and Poyo just completely jumping in. This is 2 separate duos. So we're basically fighting separate 1v2s. The Nitro gets straight in. I mean, in this meta where anyone can jump into the box instantly, you've got to imagine Peterbot and Poyo are going to put on a very big game. But it's worth mentioning, Peterbot and Poyo didn't actually even make the Duo Cash Cup finals. They dropped a 55 kill win in a Duo Cash Cup, which is a world record, and then went on to not even qualify for the finals. They weren't the only one. Malibuka Mustache also not qualifying on EU, along with a whole bunch of other big names. So seems like as much as the Nitro is very, very powerful in the hands of pros like this, it also seems to be causing them some issues. So we'll see. Oh, as I say that, Peterbot runs through, gets hit pretty hard by Cade here. Two decent players here, and it looks like Peterbot and Poyo. Oh, this is the medallion team, I think. That's the crossbow, I'm guessing. Almost no one's running the crossbow unless they have the medallion. So, oh, Poyo falls down there. This team's putting up a really good fight against the champs. They're playing this one well. They're playing distance, but they're also staying together, ready in case Peterbot runs in. But unfortunately, lose their back wall, not realizing. Poyo goes from one side. Poyo gets straight in, splits them down the middle with the wall. But Poyo goes down. Again, this team, I got to give it to him. I was not expecting this. This duo is putting up a really solid fight. Peterbot, though, doesn't go to trade reses, just jumps straight in. And we've got 13 kills now. Now, a lot of the already qualified LAN teams are our favorites to do well this FNCS because every single one of them, at least on NA, has their POI for the most part uncontested. You have Acorn and Calder going Brutal Beachhead. You have Peterbot and Poyo going Redline Rig. And then you have Kanata Cooper going Nitro Drone. Because they're already qualified for the LAN, so why would you contest them, basically? So, we're not, I'm guessing, going to see a Grimgate kind of season where they just run away with it because there's a lot of other good teams with good POIs, but they have now the best POI in my opinion. Before it was Kanata Cooper, they had the Nitro Drone with the crossbow and the Infinite Medallion. They have now vaulted the crossbow from competitive. Major change. There's a heavy nerf to Kanata Cooper. So Peterbot and Poyo with the Mythic AR and now the Shield Regenning Medallion, I think is the best drop on the map. Even without the gloves, there's a lot of this permanent mobility around the map now. Kind of push in quickly, and Peterbot and Poyo are completely splitting. Poyo back down near the Nitro Drone. Peterbot all the way up at Restored Reels. Doesn't seem to know that there's two teams right in there. Okay, he doesn't know there's 4 players inside Nitrodrome. 2 of them playing hide and seek. Okay, Monaco and Tangled Track. We'll keep an eye on them. Let's see how long these guys can survive in a lobby with Peterbot and Poyo. Maybe hiding is the strategy because Fusion Killer in the open probably not having a much better time of it. Nope, not at all. This is definitely the game to hide and get free placement. And oh my gosh, Peterbot with the piece. Okay, Poyo's coming to back him up now. Looks like we are going to play together. We've attracted another team. Poyo applying the pressure. So Poyo's running Gold SMG, Combat Shotgun, and then the Mythic Crossbow, whereas Peterbot has the AR and then a Blue Gatekeeper. So it looks like they do split up the Mythics. Peterbot's not running the AR and the Combat. Now, the Infinite Nitro, obviously extremely strong now. You have Infinite Sprint as long as you have Nitro, and if you have the Medallion, you never lose Nitro. So you basically just do this for the whole game. Poyo backing him up, though. They're playing very split angles, and Poyo on the receiving end of some Nitro aggression. Wait, this isn't the straight dominant kind of run through the lobby I was expecting. I guess the Nitro gives a lot of these players a chance to jump in on what is normally a very, very hard team to get damage on. It's less box fighting, obviously, but man, Peterbot's aim, again, as always, looking pretty solid. We are going to clean that one up. 17 kills on the board already. Very good start after a 0 kill off spawn. Looks like it's about to potentially be 2 more. Poyo using the crossbow to push off that player off the right hand. Interesting how much Peterbot respected the opponent there. Didn't want to push the doorway. In a 1v2, I would have kind of expected Peterbot to run straight through there. So still playing very, very fast pace, but obviously less piece control and more just aim dominance from this duo here. Poyo coming back, 19 kills. It'd be very interesting to see if this team can go back-to-back FNCS wins. We saw in the first Duo Cash Cup finals, not this week, the one before, they did extremely well. And a lot of it was off the back of pushing Kanata and stealing the crossbow. So I don't know, maybe the crossbow being vaulted is going to affect them as well. Wait, no, that was our team that was camping. I didn't even read the names. Why didn't they stay hiding? Well, unlucky. It didn't last very long, unfortunately. Yo, hold up. Why do we have the Unite bots? These dudes are the kids I've seen on friggin' TikTok joining parties of pros, thinking they've invited the Unite bot to run scrims. All right, well, let's see how long the Unite bot can survive for then. They're on the opposite side of the map. They've got a good chance. Peterbot and Poyo running down this left edge right here, this west side, this very congested edge. Because there is no gloves in the game right now, obviously everyone having to run in, even with the Nitro, they're going to be sticking to these very congested edges, so it's easy for Peterbot and Poyo to find lots of teammates. Oh, there's another duo that's hiding inside the house. Let's see if this team's a little bit smarter. Let's see if this team's smart enough to stay inside and hide. Peterbot and Poyo won't find them. Oh, It's AJ the Sweat and Skullsy. And no, I think they've moved. I think they moved. They're not crouching. He made noise. Oh, no. They could have stayed here, but they made noise. I think they're worried about zone, to be fair. Meanwhile, Peterbot was chasing down a different opponent. Poyo probably now commenting that he has a duo on him. Interesting, he's carrying the 2 Nuka-Cola and the Nitros, whereas Peterbot's running triple meds. So only one of them is running the Nitro, which makes sense because they have the medallion. So I think Peterbot's got the medallion and Poyo's actually the one running the Nitro. Which is interesting, though, because that leaves Poyo with only 1 med. Rather than giving, you know, Peterbot, like, Poyo taking the medallion, and then he can carry, you know, 2 meds, and then Peterbot can carry 2 meds. Because of the crossbow on Poyo. But interesting, I guess Peterbot is Peterbot, though. My man probably wants to run that Nitro and just run through the lobby. Yo, we're fighting P. Diddy. Okay, well, interesting name choice. Team's putting up a decent fight again. We're noticing, like, if you go back and watch my other React videos on Peterbot and Poyo's duo runs, like, we haven't found them knocked or this low this many times. The Nitro is very, very difficult to deal with, even if you are a pro. And like I said, this is going to be the meta coming into FNCS, so we've got to see whether Peterbot and Poyo can keep up the pressure. After not making the Duo Cash Cup finals, it's looking a bit rough for FNCS, but we'll see. I mean, it is only 1 week. I don't want to panic too much yet. I have heard rumors that Poyo, though, is not as motivated this season as they were last season. He hasn't been enjoying it as much. Man, the pace at which you can play with this Nitro is just insane. There's just no piece control. There's no box fighting. It's just running and aim dueling. We already have 25 of our 55 kills. So 30, we get 30 of the next 35 opponents. Okay, all right, sweet. Sure, no worries. A lot of teams hiding inside Reckless Railway. Looks like Peterbot and Poyo are going to run straight through them, though. Don't realize that they're here. One's in the cone, one's in the toilet. All right, we found our new camping team. I like it. Meanwhile, Peterbot does spot this team inside the building. Takes down an agent member. Some org-on-org violence, and that's an instant double kill. Poyo, I think, was making his way over to help, but clearly doesn't need it. These 2 teams inside Reckless looking like they're going to be safe, though. They didn't make any noise as Peterbot and Poyo ran past. Are we going to split now? No, we're going to stick together, which is interesting. A lot of duos choosing to split in their first Duo Cash Cup games. Remember, Peterbot and Poyo used to split up a lot. I guess when they had the Grim Medallion, they could cover a bit more distance, maybe? Whereas in this meta, even on their high kill games, they're sticking together for the most part. So far, the Unite bots, looks like one of them has made it into zone. One thing I will mention that was super strong about this crossbow, a lot of people didn't realize, again, it's now out of the game, but if you're playing pubs and ranked and you want to abuse it, you can use it to fish up fishing holes. So the infinite crossbow is insane for getting loot in that regards as well. And Peterbot just jumping straight in again. Oh my gosh. Now, again, I've talked about some other videos, but a lot of you guys are asking me, what is the counter to Nitro? Is there anything you can do? There really is only a couple things you can do. If you're going to stay in a box for a long time, like you're going to box up, you know, and wait, full metal. Obviously, it does 300 structure damage, which is full brick and full wood. It won't break full metal. It will break metal that has just been placed, though. So again, there's only if you're staying in a box for a long time. The other thing is the spiral staircase. We haven't really seen anyone do it yet. If I see someone doing it, I'll show you. But it's just editing the stair with that U shape in it so it spirals, because when they run into the wall, you get stuck on the staircase and you can't actually run straight into the player. Those 2 things are really the only things you can do, other than just obviously try to be aware of when someone's nitroing in and hit them with a pre-fire, but it's pretty tough. 31 elims and Peterbot has 20 of them. I'm starting to see why Peterbot has the nitro. Probably a reason why he has so many more kills than Poyo right now as well. All right, looks like our camping teams have had to leave. They've had to leave Reckless Railway, make their way towards zone. We have 29 opponents left. 27 opponents left, sorry. Oh, team in the bush. Peterbot's going to check it. He's going to face check it. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to hit the shotgun shot. Gives him a bit of an idea. I think he was about to face check that. That could have been disastrous. Oh, Peterbot seems to be doing more damage this game with the AR than the shotgun. I mean, with the fire rate of this AR, it is really, really good close range. Interesting to see he's still running a blue gatekeeper. I wonder if that's because it has the drum mag on or something. I haven't noticed yet. We'll have to see when he pulls it out, whether it's drum mag or I guess we can't see. Don't think it is the drum mag. I think he just hasn't found anything better, I guess. Oh, another team camping. Oh, I thought Peterbot was going to check it then. I thought Peterbot was going to use the nitro to check the building. He doesn't. So it looks like he doesn't know there's a team in here. We've got Batman, Zen, and Unreal Tropics surviving for now, at least. We'll see if they're smart enough to stay in there. Nice. Oh my gosh. Good bow aim from Poyo. Poyo hitting really good bow shots. It does have some of the fastest bullet travel time of any of the guns in the game right now. So very, very good for hitting players out of the sky. Mr. Zero PR. We're going to do a 0 PR going up against the FNCS champions. Yeah. Gotta love duo cash cups. All right. 35 kills. I'm interested to see if this will be a season of world records. We had, so far, NA hasn't showed up that massive in the solo victory cup. Peterbot's been a little bit slow. But we did the other day have Chap, the EU set runner-up FNCS, actually drop. I think he had 35 kills, but he had like 30 with 20 left. Like he could have easily dropped a 45, pushing a 50 bomb, and then he tried to play the heal off and died to a glitch. So it looks like this season, if they start trying for it and showing up, we could have a world record. We could have Peterbot's 41 elims in the finals beaten. I don't know if that's going to be easier or harder with Nitro, though. We've got a Grand Glacier Mountain Zone, which is going to make it a little bit harder to key these teams, the verticality. It looks like Peterbot and Poyo are starting to split up a little bit. Peterbot with the full piece and misses every shot. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, I think replay was glitching there. It wasn't showing the damage. We were missing every shot. I don't think I've ever seen Peterbot's aim so bad. I have to imagine that was a replay glitch. Our team camping inside the building is still there. Batman's dead and Unreal. Oh, we have a chance to get a kill. You can push him. Do it. Yep. Yep. Spray him. Nice. Get him. Oh, wait. We're going to push him? No, never mind. We're going to take the 2v1. I'm sorry. Poyo was currently cleaning up the lobby. My bad. I just wanted to see. I wanted to kind of gauge, you know? What is the skill of the rest of this lobby? Oh. Nice. Good damage. Nah, we're not going to leave this box, though. I'm liking this. Staying on the defensive. You know what I mean? You never want to push out too far. You never know. Honestly, I respect the defensive playstyle here from Tropics. All right, back to Poyo and Peterbot. The reason why we are watching this gameplay. 40 elims now. We're up to a 40 bomb. Poyo again, missing a very easy shot too. Peterbot and Poyo. Obviously, it's a world record game. But very uncharacteristic aim so far from the two. So again, Peterbot and Poyo now, I think, realizing they have a world record on the cards, are starting to split up more. We've got a lot of teams inside Grand Glacier here. I know we're backing each other up. Never mind. Going back to playing as a duo. It's a pretty small zone, so they can fight pretty close together. Peterbot, again, I would love to see the stats, but I think he's done more damage in these box fights with his assault rifle than his shotgun. As Poyo is caught up, 24 to 19 kills. We are catching up here. Looks like finally... Oh, both of our camping teams colliding here on backside of zone. Having to play the rotates, or are we going to storm fight? Nice. Good nitro use. We can disengage here. We are going to disengage. Smart move. Smart move. I like this. We're doing some damage. We're not fighting on rotating zones. Nice. Okay. Peterbot and Poyo, though, still running through the lobby. Take down NB Productions, and now it's a 2v1. This player is running for his life. Not going to get very far, I don't think. Peterbot's still running a blue gatekeeper. I'm very surprised to see no one else has dropped a purple or gold one in this entire game. Over 40 kills. Looks like Poyo takes another fight, and man, it's just full pace right now. There's no box fighting. There's no finesse. It's just running into boxes, which I have to think as a playstyle will probably benefit Peterbot and Poyo. They have extremely good aim, but a lot of these players do rely on box fighting, good angles, good ping as well. Peterbot and Poyo, well, especially Peterbot. Poyo not playing from Dallas at the moment, I believe. Peterbot at least on hard 0 ping, and that means basically nothing in a nitro meta. Oh my gosh. Poyo's SMG now hitting. Poyo could maybe close this up and tie this one up. At the start, it was looking bad. Peterbot would over double his kills, but we're bringing it back. They've hardly had to use any meds here, as Poyo has now actually run out of nitro. So Poyo doesn't have nitro at this point, so he's going to have to play a bit more. I was going to say a bit more box fight, but with this crossbow, he's trying to get the walls weak. Oh no, wait a second. How does... Okay, it looks like the nitro is currently still running. Am I blind? Was he... Okay, maybe always had nitro. I think I might... my age is getting to me, sorry. Don't know if we always had nitro there. This is our team that was camping. We're using the crossbow well, at least. Meanwhile, Peterbot trying to fight a separate fight. We've only got 6 opponents left in this game. So we get every remaining kill, which isn't super surprising. All these players are just scrambling, trying to hold on to any placement they can. Now, one thing I will say, for any of you guys running the nitro medallion, there is a fall damage bug where sometimes you take fall damage to the nitro medallion. Apparently, if you drop the medallion and pick it up at any point in the game, as soon as you get it, pick it up, drop it, pick it up again. Apparently, that makes it almost impossible to get the fall damage bug. As I've just realized, it's Unite who's still going. Our Unite bot was one of the last players surviving. He's camped out this entire game. Meanwhile, Peterbot and Poyo getting jumped on by 2 separate solos at the same time in the same box. Maybe they just identified the fact that this was obviously the FNCS champs, and the only way they were going to win it was to go 2-on-1, but that was a little bit suspicious, I'm not going to lie. Again, Poyo with good damage. This is our team that was hiding inside the building. I think, unfortunately, they're going to finally have to step up and fight. And it's not ending too well for them. Peterbot gets 1. Combined Poyo gets the other, and now it's a 2v1. It's Unreal Tropics. One of our campers made it to the very end. I respect it. This is why they played defensive. And they get a second place for their effort. And then Peterbot and Poyo are FNCS champs. A 55 kill win. And a very dominant showing with FNCS starting today. We'll have to see whether they can go back to back. Thank you again to Star Wars Hunters for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you guys download and check out the game for free by clicking the link in the description down below.